Hello and welcome back to the Monsters of Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we are facing off against Crystalbeard Uragaan. And I'm doing something a little special. Even though we're doing the G5 Crystalbeard, I am going to be using Aerial Hammer. Because I want to see if I can't knock off its chin, because that's a thing that you can only do with impact damage. I've already eaten, I've already got my items all set, because this is actually my second attempt at this. Now, it's not that the previous attempt couldn't work, it's that I want to do better, because in that attempt I did get the Uragaan alone, but I didn't get its chin knocked off. So basically, if you're seeing this, spoiler alert, we do get the Uragaan alone, and we do get its chin knocked off. Yeah, this is not the easiest quest to use a hammer on. Like, I'm not super used to using a hammer on Raging Bracky, and there's a reason for that. First of all, he's got a severable tail, and I like cutting tails. But also, I'm really not a fan of using hammer on him. Because when his slime gets orange, the reactive explosions are big enough that you basically can't roll away from them if you're using a hammer. Because hammers don't have the greatest reach. So yeah. I've got myself using this poison weapon and my cat's using poison weapons as well because Uragaan is super weak to poison. So hopefully we'll see some poisons. Bracky poison is also decent against, so... Ow. Thankfully the reactive explosions don't hurt too much when he's not actually enraged. But they were definitely a problem for me in the first run. And I can say with certainty that Bracky and Uragaan will both be around at the same time at some point in this quest. And that's when things are really dangerous. I do have my gear gemmed so that I'm immune to Blast Blight. Mainly because that way I don't have to constantly roll. I am not immune to Tremors. I probably should have swapped one of my damage skills for immunity to those, but I didn't. Also, the reason we were able to get a KO so quickly on this guy is his horn has the special property of taking 20% extra KO damage relative to the rest of him. That's true for all Brackies. Ow. Sometimes you can manage to jump off of one of the slime spots without getting exploded, and I'm dead. This is not a great start. Yeah, sometimes jumping off them, you manage to basically defuse them while getting clear of the explosion. That's usually my best bet. Unfortunately, sometimes my best just is not good enough. And we're going to go ahead and be using some dash juice for most of this quest. Because I got to try and bring the damage really hard on this Bracky. My last attempt on this quest, I don't think I managed to bring the Bracky down until like 30 minutes in. And I had carded 3 times before the Uragaan even showed up. And I do have insurance, just as I did that time as well. But needing to not card at all against the Uragaan is less than ideal. Thankfully, staying off the ground is a good way to avoid that attack, and Aerial Hammer is pretty uniquely equipped to stay off the ground for a little while. I also don't really mind having to go through Raging Bracky here, because I do need some Raging Bracky parts. But admittedly, I'd rather fight the two separately than together. Because together, they get very dangerous. Separately, I can kind of handle them. But when the Uragaan is tremoring you and the Bracky is punishing those times where you can't move, things get really deadly and really scary and just altogether not great for me. Alright, that's some of the stuff that I needed from this guy. Ow. Being able to unsheath into a super pound during a jump attack is pretty nice. I just threw a Y into the word nice. It's pretty nice. You know what I think it was? I think I was trying to say neat and nice at the same time. Nice. Yeah. It's not that it was a Y, it's that it was an E followed by an I. Thus creating the sound of a Y. I'm gonna need you to not do that, Bracky. It's not good for my health. Yeah, admittedly, once both Bracky and Uragaan are together, I think it's probably safer to have Tremor Res than to have the immunity to Blast. But there's a lot of this quest where the Bracky's alone, around 10 minutes or so. And also, I mean, once the Uragaan's alone, the Tremors aren't as dangerous as when they're together. So for the majority of the... Did I even hit anything to cause that explosion? Or was it just a time-based thing? But anyway, for the majority of the quest, having Tremor Res doesn't matter. Dang it. Thank you, Cat. Don't think we've managed to poison the Bracky yet, which is unfortunate. I mean, I kind of brought this hammer with the whole intent of poisoning things. Oh, looks like we just got the poison. Or at least I thought I saw a poison thing, but I guess not. Well, hopefully we'll have it after this knockdown. Oh, why did the face have to go orange? That's... Oh, good, it exploded. And we managed to knock him down before he could roar, because that roar makes parts go orange. So knocking him down before the roar happens is good. Oh, that's what it must have been. It must have been a cat weapon that did a poison application. Though I think we just got the poison applied. Yeah, there it is. Now let's get away from this. Sure, I could have jumped off him, but since he's all oranged up, there would be no guarantee that we wouldn't get exploded like that. Thanks, cats. Alright, let's get sharpened up here. Thankfully, poison's pretty okay against Bracky. I don't think there are any Brute Wyverns against whom poison can be described as bad. It's just from okay to absolutely freaking amazing. With that last one applying to Uragaan and to a slightly lesser extent Deviljho, but still to Deviljho. Let's not be in front of that. If only he had stepped forward a little faster. Thank goodness we can stay off the ground. Though honestly, I'd rather the ground be lava than explosions. Ow. So the Uragaan spawns around there-ish. And it'll be spawning in pretty much any moment now. Because we are past the 10-minute mark, so... yeah. This quest is going to get a lot more difficult very soon. Which is a shame because it's already not an easy quest. For reasons I've stated previously, I'm not a fan of hammering this guy. And I become less a fan of it when there's also a Crystalbeard Uragaan breathing down my neck. Because the Uragaan is plenty dangerous by itself. Especially because this is G5 and its damage is pumped through the roof. Ow. Okay, where's the Uragaan? I'm not mad that it's not here yet, but I'm getting worried that it might just spawn in like the moment I stop paying attention. Ow. Kind of wish he had gotten more forward momentum on that jump. That way he might not have landed on me. Okay, he's going to do that again. So now's my time to heal. I do have plenty of healing, so as long as we don't get, like, murdered, I'm not expecting to run out of healing supplies. Considering I brought the stuff to make 10 more Mega Potions, make 10 regular potions, make 10 more Life Powders, just because each of those heals for the same amount as a Mega Potion. Yeah, healing supplies aren't going to be what determines whether or not I succeed on this quest. My last attempt, I had almost run out of healing by the time I carded for the 4th time. But this time, that is not going to be the case. Still no Uragaan. Oh hey, the longer the Uragaan waits, the better it is for me. More time spent alone with Bracky means more time where we can do more damage a little more safely. This is gonna suck. Ooh, he's tired. Since he's tired, I ought to go for the legs for that reason. And there's Uragaan. Dang it. Oh, hi. How nice of you to poke me with your chin. And unfortunately, Uragaan showing up means that instead of getting the nice Bracky music, we get the lame Deviant music. Damn it, Uragaan! You didn't have to do that. Alright, so we're gonna start using some flashes pretty soon here. Now's good. I didn't have flashes last time, so I was dealing with Bracky and Uragaan together with no respite. And suffice it to say, it didn't go too well. And Uragaan is no longer flashed. That didn't last as long as I'd hoped it would. Ow. Thank you, Cat. And Bracky is mad. And I want to not get put to sleep. Here, have a flash. That's right, Bracky, over here. Away from the Uragaan. See, Crystalbeard Uragaan, when he does that quadruple pound, the first two actually have tremors, unlike for regular Uragaan, which makes it a little more dangerous when Bracky's around. Come on, man. Why do you gotta back up like that? Get over here. And unfortunately, unlike many other Brute Wyverns, Uragaan is actually capable of covering distances pretty quickly. What with its propensity for rolling and its ability to come out of those rolls with a super chin pound that also happens to be an auto stun if it hits, is a little troubling. Flash go. Okay. I guess Uragaan had pulled its face back far enough to not be flashed. There. Oh. Dang it. If that had been a forward dodge instead of a side roll, I might have been able to jump off him. Can we not? Like, seriously? If you're gonna try and punch me, use the non-orange hand. Okay, that was remarkably close. And now you can see exactly why I think Tremor Res is probably the superior choice when fighting both of these together. What I could have done was get rid of some damage skills, or at least a damage skill, and then I could have had both Tremor Res and Bio Researcher, and that probably would have been the smarter thing to do. But I didn't think of that until like halfway through the last attempt, and then I completely forgot about it until I started this attempt. So, yeah. Ow. Let's go back to base camp to sharpen. It's safer. And that way we can get these last few first aid meds. And also we can grab these because the Uragaan's around now. Though I don't expect to do much mining until the Bracky is gone. Which will hopefully not be too long from now. Where is the Uragaan? There it is. It's kind of big. It's hard for it to hide. Ow. Ooh, that's a nasty move to be close to the Uragaan when it uses, because if one of those big powder stones connects with you before it hits the ground, then it explodes on contact. And that hurts. It's actually what did me in for my last cart on my last attempt. Ow! I thought Bracky would be a better shield against those explosions, but no. No, don't sleep me. I don't want to sleep. Don't explode me either. I don't want to explode. Please continue not exploding me. Please never explode me. Okay. It's about time for this, but Uragan's being a jerk. Oh. Managed to only get me with the gas. That's fine then. This is less fine. Exhibit A and Y. Having these two together is a little unpleasant sometimes. I'm going to save this flash for when it's time to carve Bracky. Because I do want the carves. Ow. That was scary. So was that. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a quest. It's one of those. I need to start using my life powders instead of mega potions. Help my cats stick around. Or come back, as the case may be. Because having additional targets for these two brutes is handy. Admittedly less handy when it's Bracky going for not me and Uragaan going for me. What I want is for Uragaan to stay away from me while I play with Bracky. The sooner I can get Bracky gone, the sooner we can focus on Uragaan and get to what this episode is all about. If it wasn't for Uragaan, I totally would have at least gotten to jump. But no. I had to get all exploded. Thankfully, if you're already in the combine menu, it doesn't matter what happens to you, you can still do the combining. Because otherwise, us getting tremored there would have prevented our combining. Okay, let's not stand in for that. Gotta have your weapon already out if you want to try and stay in the air. Okay, I don't feel like the tail should have been able to deal damage to me there, but I guess it did. And hey, we've managed to keep our heel cat around through the powers of one cat using an herb horn and me using a life powder. And our heel cat's gone. That didn't last long. Ah! Fighting these two together when you're the only target is unpleasant. Thanks for the little wake-up punch there, Bracky, but can you be softer next time? Ah, the length of that tremor. Okay, now we've got a chance. There we go. Uragaan, please. Like, unless you're gonna put Bracky to sleep with that, just don't. I'm pretty sure it can't put Bracky to sleep with it. Wow, our cats are already dead again. No! No, 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 no! Okay. I guess I'm dead. We just lost a mount because of a freaking explosion. That's 2. I can cart one more time before it being quest failed. Be nice if there was a bed so I could get my other cat back. So Bracky's tired. That helps at least a little. How was that a tail hit? Thanks for using that hand, Bracky. Had you used the other one, you would have had me for sure. Ow! Uragaan! Sweet, I'm almost dead again. That's exactly what I've always wanted. And now Bracky's upset. Now Uragaan's trying to put me asleep. Now Bracky's just being a jerk to my cat. Now Bracky's being a jerk to me. And back to the cat. It is fun seeing Bracky just dash on over to a cat that's way far away from him, just to bully it. But I'd really rather he didn't. Uragaan rolling at a cat that's way far away, on the other hand, that would be just totally fine. But Bracky, I'd rather you stayed over here. Damn it, Uragaan! Oh, great. Well, no more carts allowed. Yeah, the thing is, I can't afford to not watch Uragaan, but I also can't afford to not watch Bracky, and I can't afford to let Bracky live. Like, Bracky has to die as fast as possible. But I also have to be watching Uragaan while I kill it. And I also need to kill it quickly enough that we don't time out. Because timing out, if I don't die, is a very real concern. Also, wow, 2 Bracky Sparklies. I kind of want them, but I also don't want to die for them. Hey, we managed to score a hit. Ow. And that's precisely why we can't ignore Uragaan completely. That's not what I meant to do. I thought my weapon was still out. I forgot that I got tremored or something. Tremors put the weapon away, and it's something I need to be aware of. Seriously, the range on that tremor is incredible. Nigh unavoidable. For reals though, Bracky, if you could just keel over, that would be amazing. Like, I really want Bracky to die, like, soon, so that I can pay attention to the Uragaan and only the Uragaan. Great. Just what I always wanted, sleep. really considering Farcastering out so I can sharpen, but I think it had better wait until I get below white sharp. Also, the fact that Crystalbeard Uragaan's sleep gas has a longer range than regular Uragaan's is kind of annoying. Regular Uragaan, you can hang out and attack the tail if you've got a long enough weapon. Crystalbeard, no, you can't. Or rather, no weapon is long enough. No. Okay. I guess Tremor is better than taking the chin itself. Yo, Crystalbeard, can we... Yeah! Okay. Brachy's gone. Eat Flash. Now please do only nice things. That's 2... 3... One more carve. There it is. Okay. We got our Brachycarves. And there's a Sparkly that we might still be able to get. But I don't want to die for it. Yeah, I see you. Don't think I can't see you, buddy. I know you don't want me getting that Sparkly. And it's gone. So I guess he succeeded in making me not get that Sparkly. Alright. So, we have almost 20 minutes to deal with the Uragaan. How much time do we actually have? Yeah, okay. It's potentially enough. I mean, we'll probably end up timing out, but... I mean, that's only assuming that we don't get killed, which is far more likely. But hey, Uragaan's super weak to poison. We're able to start getting poison onto him. Honestly, it would probably be most efficient if I could have spent the time and... Ow! Yeah, I don't like jumping off his face, because then that happens, and then I have to worry about my life. Yeah, if I was able to spend the time and the effort to poison Uragaan, then focus on Brachy while Uragaan was poisoned, then that would have been the most efficient means of dealing with both of them together. In terms of damage. But then I don't expect I would have been able to actually accomplish that myself. Plus, Uragaan only stays poisoned for 30 seconds. It's just a lot of damage in a short time is what it is. I need to not miss if I'm to actually be doing damage here. And doing damage is what I have to do. Like, I don't mind if I don't succeed on this quest. I just really want to knock his chin off. That's my goal here. If I knock the chin off, it's a success for me. And speaking of that chin, a lot of its attacks are auto stuns. And I don't know who it was who decided that in Monster Hunter crystals equal auto stun. But Crystalbeard is one of multiple monsters who have that going on. Others include Ruby Basarios, who, when it shakes its crystals off its back, those are auto stuns if they hit you. And Gypsaros, though Gypsaros, it's not the crystal touching you, it's a flashy crystal. But either way, it's one of several auto stun crystals. Thankfully, the post-roar chin pounds are fake chin pounds, unlike that. And hey, our Beast Cat has given us immunity to KO, or to stun, which is good, because I do not like being stunned. And this monster has some auto stuns. And thank you for not doing a chin slam right there, because you would have exploded that on me. But can you please do less rolling? I almost ran into that. Actually, I did run into it. I just managed to dodge. Yeah, this is my biggest problem with Crystalbeard Uragaan. So much rolling, and the rolling also scatters rocks, some of which explode sooner than others and larger than others. But it scatters rocks. Like, regular Uragaan, I can deal with the rolls, because you just follow it. But this Uragaan, that stops being an option. Also, when unlocking this quest, I was able to confirm that unlike regular Uragaan, where cutting the tail prevents it from doing rocks when it does tail sweeps, for Crystalbeard, it just, for some of the rock patterns, it reduces the number of rocks, and for others, it does nothing. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, unlike regular Uragaan, basically everything about Crystalbeard just says don't get close. Which is unfortunate because you have to. Like, if I'm not getting close, what am I supposed to do? Hey, we broke the back. Well, we managed to avoid the sleep gas. I would love to get a KO. Because that would help me to hide. Ah! Darn small splode rocks. Just paying too much attention to the big ones. Yeah, I would really like to get a KO because that would help me bust off that chin. And that's my goal. It's the whole reason I'm doing this quest a second time is I want to bust the chin. It's the whole reason I brought a hammer. Stop with the rolling. Seriously, we're just going roll to roll to roll to roll. Which makes me unable to do anything. And I know that's largely why they made Uragaan so weak to poison, is just so that, like, you could do damage to it while it's rolling. But then Crystalbeard shows up. And it rolls often even more. And its rolls are far more dangerous. And also they gave it Devil Joe's Rock Throw. Why am I going through that? It's better to just do this. Okay. So we've got 10 Mega Potions and 10 Potions as our healing for the rest of this. Plus whatever our cat decides to give us, but our cat's going to spend the vast majority of this dead. I'm not getting a KO anytime soon. Because everything I've done has already worn off because of all the rolling. And all the just whiffing. Yeah, for regular Uragaan, that wouldn't have tremored me. Because regular Uragaan doesn't get tremors on those. Ooh, it's tired. That's a chin flinch. It's worth something. I was really hoping it would do its I'm tired animation, because then that spinning meteor would have just gone to town on the chin. But I was not so lucky. And dropping down to White Sharp there is also not great, because I bounce off the chin with White Sharp. For now. If we can bust it off, then things will be different. Way to walk through me. Ow. I sincerely want to continue hitting that chin, but wow, it only did one I'm tired animation. That's like way fewer than I would have liked. Okay, just because I can. Ooh, yay, we got one of the crystals that we can only get from Crystalbeard. That's nice. Getting more of those is good. Even though I don't want or need them, really. Because I do not care for the Crystalbeard weapon. It's got a really high raw into power file, but its sharpness only goes up to blue. And that's with Sharp +2, which means that it simply can't match up in terms of raw damage output to even the Outlaw Switch Axe. Despite having 40 more raw. It's the lack of sharpness means that it's doing like 15% less damage when, guess what, 40 out of 330 is not. Can you seriously stop rolling? Like, this is why I haven't been able to touch it. Too much rolling. And too many tremors that have far too long a range. Like, everything I love about Uragaan is basically just completely negated for Crystalbeard. Even the sound of its roar is not as good in my eyes, or rather in my ears. Like, they've killed everything that made the fight fun by making it so that you basically have to stay away at all times. The aesthetic, I mean, I guess the crystal stubble is okay. It's not amazing. I do like that you can mine these and that they sometimes do sleep gas. Like, that's a cool kind of thematic thing. Like, there have been legends of cursed treasure that puts men to sleep or whatever. Like, on real Earth, there have been legends like that. So that's cool. And the fact that in terms of in-game lore, this is an Uragaan that's basically dressed up to try and impress the ladies, that's kind of fun. Because an Uragaan in mating season will cover itself in treasure to try to appeal to the ladies. And, yeah, that's neat. But just the way they've handled the fight, I do not at all like it. One of my least favorite deviants. Okay, it's time for one of these. Like, prior to G rank, some of its things aren't quite so nasty. But in G rank, in order to make it harder, they just give it so many things that just ruin the fight for me. Like, I love Uragaan. Crystalbeard can go die in a fire. Even Steel Uragaan, who I don't really like because I don't like how often it can stink you. Even Steel Uragaan is fun. Crystalbeard is just... it's like the anti-Uragaan. Though it is kind of silly that if you've got your energy drinks at the ready, when you get hit by that sleep gas, you can be able to move slightly before the Uragaan is able to move again. That part is kind of silly. And hey, at least after this ride, we'll be able to hit the face a few more times. Hopefully our spinning meteor isn't nothing but whiffs. 5 minutes. Got 5 minutes to get rid of this chin. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try. Very glad that those are fake chin pounds, though. Ow, those aren't. We're probably pretty close to a KO if we can just keep hitting the chin. Problem is we need to keep hitting the chin, which is precisely what this Uragaan doesn't want us doing. Also, I've run out of sharpness again. Like, if they allowed us to use traps here on Ingle Isle, I'd be able to get it no sweat. But they don't. Ow. Thanks for the freaking herb horn, cat. You're such a huge help. At least I'm surviving, but surviving is not the goal of the quest. Even just busting the chin is not the goal of the quest. It's just my own self-assigned goal. The goal is to kill it, but we're not going to do that. Have we even managed to poison it? I don't think we have. This thing's super susceptible to poison, but I don't recall seeing any poison on it. And of course we can't vault off it during that attack, because it just keeps rolling and takes us with it. Uragaan, please no. We've already basically lost all of the KO damage we built up. We're not going to get a KO at this point. It's not going to happen. I don't even know that we're going to get the chin. We're certainly not going to if it keeps managing to pull its chin away from all of my attacks. And also, if we have to keep on rolling away from it rolling. Like, there's been a lot of time where we've been forced to not even attempt to attack the Uragaan because... Oh, hey, we got the chin! Yay, that's a thing you can only do to Crystalbeard Uragaan and only with a hammer. I want to carve it. I'm gonna carve it. Hey look, it's the same thing we could have gotten from mining one of its crystals. Yeah, one of these. Actually, wait. No, that's from Bracky. One of these. Okay, I wasn't even on the ground. Your chin didn't touch me. Okay, we've got less than a minute left. This is definitely ending in either cart or timeout. Unless this Uragaan, for some reason, only has, like, one hit left in it. Which I doubt highly. Because again, there's the whole, I'm pretty sure we haven't poisoned it thing. And we definitely haven't managed to score a KO. I'm sure this thing is still quite hale and hearty, and we just burnt to death on the lava. It's okay, we were going to fail anyway. But I busted off that chin. That was my goal. And I managed it. Which means there was meaning to me doing this again. So yeah. Take everything I like about Uragaan and give it moves and add things to its existing moves that make it so that it just loses everything I enjoyed. And even change the sound design on the roar. And you get Crystalbeard, which I really do not enjoy. But hey, we're done with it. I might have been able to kill it if I was using Switch Axe, because I'm more familiar with that and able to better do damage, but this wasn't about killing it. It was about busting off that chin. And that's it for this episode. Join us next time when we take on Duramboros. See you then, friends.